Math Warriors, thank you for joining us for another calculator tip video when using your TI-30XS calculator on the GED math exam. This video is brought to you by GED Talk. If you like it, please make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So isn't it nice when they tell you what the variable stands for? For example, if you get a problem that asks you to evaluate the expression 4x plus 545y when x equals -6 and y equals 5, so you've probably already learned how to substitute the values for the variables and solve the problem. But the calculator can store those values in, and all you have to do is enter the expression to get the answer. Notice that it's not something that you will see on the reference sheet. So if this is a tip or a function that you want to make sure you use, you need to practice so it stays in your mind. So let's go ahead and take a look at an example. Evaluate the expression 6 times x plus 2 plus 7 when x equals 2. So on my calculator, I need to store 2 as the value for x. The keys I'm going to use are in this bottom left-hand corner. I have the stow key, which is above the on key, and then my variable key. Your variables are x, y, z, t, a, b, and c. The more you press this key, the more it's going to cycle through, so be aware how many times you've pressed this key. So let's go ahead and store 2, stow, x, and notice the more I press this key, it's cycling through those variables. So I want to make sure I set it as x. So 2 is stored as x, press your enter key, and there it is. It's set in place. Perfect. All I need to do now is enter the expression. So 6, open parentheses, x plus 2, close parentheses, plus 7. Exactly how I see it. And then I'm going to press enter, and there's the answer for me. Great. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example, but before we do, let's clear the calculator, and not just clear your screen, but reset your calculator so it's not holding on to x equals 2. If you're like Farah, I can pay attention to what I am doing and I don't need to reset it. By all means, continue to do what you've been doing. I, however, don't want to accidentally forget to store a new value for a variable. So I like to reset. I'll press the second key and then the 0 key to reset. I get this mini menu. I can either press the 2 key or I can use the down arrow key to get to that option. Once I selected that option, memory cleared, I'll press the clear key to get to the main screen. Another way you can clear or reset your calculator is if you simultaneously hold the clear and the on key, it will reset and clear that memory. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second example. Evaluate the expression 3x plus 2y divided by 4 when x equals 6 and y equals 4. Notice the expression is in fraction form. If you're not sure about the order of operations, it would be wise to enter the expression exactly like you see it as a fraction. So you should hopefully already know the fraction key is the second column over, third row down, the n over d key, numerator over denominator. On the reference sheet you received during the exam, that's something they share with you is this fraction key. So we want to make sure we know where it is. But let's go ahead and store these values in first. So 6, stow as x, enter. 4, stow as y, and I have to press my variable key twice to get that. Enter. Perfect. It's in place. Let's go ahead and enter the expression using the fraction key. So fraction key, n over d, 3x plus 2y, down arrow to get to my denominator, and then 4, enter, and you get your answer, which is an improper fraction, 13 over 2. If you need to see it in decimal form, use your toggle key, which is above the enter key, to see it in decimal form. 13 over 2 is 6.5. This toggle key is on your reference sheet as well, but once again, you want to know where these keys are before you go in to take this exam. So let's go ahead and clear the calculator before we get to our third example. Press key. To convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, use the expression C equals 5 over 9 times F minus 32. If the temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, what is it in Celsius? So in my expression that I see, F obviously stands for Fahrenheit, C stands for Celsius. Notice too that F is not a variable on your calculator, so you just need to substitute the variable for the F. Okay, so I'm just going to use X because it's the first one that pops up when I press it, and so nothing to worry about here. So 68, so I'm going to say in this problem, because I'm using the calculator, because there's no F variable, we're going to say X is going to stand for Fahrenheit. I'll press enter and it's stored in there. Now I need to enter the expression. Okay, we have a fraction first. So I'm going to press my fraction key, 5, then the down arrow to get to my denominator, 9. And now you have to be mindful if you haven't used this fraction key. Notice that if you don't press the right arrow key to get out of the fraction, you're going to start entering the rest of this equation in the denominator, which is not what we want. So I'm going to press the right arrow key to get out of the fraction and continue on with the expression. So open parentheses, F minus 32, I said, okay, X will be for F, minus 32, close parentheses, enter, and the answer is 20. When the temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, it is 20 degrees Celsius. Thank you for joining us in this video, sharing how you can store a value for a variable. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Check out our other videos as well, helping you do better on the GED math exam.